All right, guys, we are live, episode 182 of the Shooter's Mindset. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Dustin Plouffe joining us here. What's going on, Dustin?
What's up, guys?
It's good to see you back. Nikki Clevenger is also, again, joining us.
Hi, guys.
She is going to be absent next week. I don't know if there's even going to be a show. I mean, can't do it.
Must go on. Must go on. Must go on.
All right. Star of the hour and host of Talking Lead. Everybody's here to see him.
Woo!
Marty Holder's joining us. What's going on, Marty?
What's going on, guys and gal?
Easiest name for Anthony to have pronounced so far.
I know, we're back to normal. This is just good old American names, you know what I mean? Marty, David, Mike, awesome.
Lefty.
I can say them all day. All right, there we go. All right, here we got. Hopefully, we've got a great show coming. Hopefully, I don't mess up and hit awkward pause.
No, we're not gonna have any pauses here. I'll keep it going.
Yeah. But show
Marty's
sponsors
a pro at this too, so
yeah,
should be all right, right?
Should be all right.
If
I go down, like if my internet's go down and there's no host, we just have Marty just pick it up, man, right from the notes, right?
We'll drop a beat, baby. Boom.
Yeah. Show sponsors here. Well, go ahead. Go ahead, Marty.
Thanks for everybody for tuning in. I was just gonna say, hey.
Right
How can you see who's listening to us? Can you see who's tuned in?
I can see how many people are tuned in, but I don't know their names. Unless
they'll have to comment.
They have to comment. Yeah.
Comment
with your names. The most unusual name gets a Talking Lead T-shirt.
And your address and the last four of your social.
Your date of birth.
Yeah.
Exactly. There. So
your maiden name
and your Tinder name.
The live questions and section should be popping.
Yeah.
Right. All right. The show sponsors here are the folks over at Tactical Shit. Shop.tacticalshit.com for all your tactical shit needs. I just got an email earlier today. They have Mad Dog Mathis shirts. Right?
Mad Dog Mattis?
Mattis.
Say he had to fuck up something, so we're good now.
Yeah.
Now we're smooth sailing.
Yeah, some Mad Dog shirts. Should have just kept it like that. Fuck.
You could knife hand. He would knife hand. He would break the world.
Exactly.
That's our Secretary of Offense.
And they're taking pre-orders on those shirts.
Yeah.
So
if you go into the store here in St. Louis, they actually have a poster, and it's the saint picture of him as a saint. So it's pretty epic. It's a really good one.
Right on. And we have a discount code where we could save you some money coming on later in the show. Stay tuned for the discount corner portion of the show. Yeah, Marty might have a bunch of them too. This is on the fly. Marty discount corner might have a couple. Might have some extra good ones for you today.
I can throw some out for you. Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, the shootersmindset.com. Stay posted with all the latest Shooters Mindset stuff. We got a shop over there. I got just restocked on Taran Tactical Innovations goodies, and if you purchase them now using Nikki's discount code, which is coming
Nikki
out.
TSM10.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I was premature.
We get some what? Yeah, that's a pre-ejaculation action.
Happens to
Where the hell's my Rand CLP at? Shit.
It's up there in the corner.
I moved it. Well, you get a free bottle of Rand CLP. Why not? For the first 20 orders, because I got a shit ton of it. Well, I got more than 20. But
I ran into Taran this weekend. Said hey from the Shooter's Mindset. He took on the PCC title.
He won PCC.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome for him. Who didn't expect him to win? Dustin, you got to go up against that.
Yeah, I'm coming after him.
Coming after him?
Game on, Taran. Coming after you. You and your shredding techniques. You don't know about that SAR charger, though. And this Rise Roman's trigger. Don't know about that.
Okay. No, I don't think he knows nothing about that.
No.
Yeah.
He has his fancy base pads and stuff on his
the SIG MPX.
Fancy SIGs and whatnots. I'll take second place to Taran. It'll be okay. I'll let him have the second. I'll take second. I'll let him have first.
Oh, you'll let him have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll let him have it.
First year coming into USPSA, PCC. I mean, it's not a big deal. Just shoot for the moon.
Yeah. Also, we got some blogs. So when Dustin does beat Taran in PCC, we'll have a blog post on the shootersmindset.com. So stay tuned. Shop, blog, and keep up with the show all in the same spot. The shootersmindset.com is where to go. All right. But Marty, for those who aren't familiar with you, tell us a little bit more about yourself and what got you into the firearms industry.
Okay. My name's Marty Holder. I'm the host of Talking Lead. Also go by Left Hand. For those who listen to the show, they know me by Lefty. And man, we started this thing about, it'll be 5 years this December. We started Talking Lead, and it was a buddy and me that started it up. And neither one of us had really anything to do with the firearms industry itself. At the time, my buddy was married to this chick who was had this irrational fear of firearms. So he would live vicariously through me, and he would call me periodically to talk about the latest gun or range or whatever that I've been to, and we'd find ourselves on the phone for hours just talking about firearms, current events, pop culture, things like that. And we're like, man, we're like a bunch of girls. We gotta do something with this. We gotta take this energy and do something with it. So we were tossing around ideas. We're like, hey, let's open up a gun store. I was like, yeah, your wife will really go for that. At the time, he was managing 3 Mexican radio stations here in the Nashville area. And he's not Mexican at all. He's a 6'8" white dude. So he's like, man, let's do a podcast. I was like, okay, cool. What the hell's a podcast? Never heard of it. He's like, don't worry about it, man. Just come to the radio station. I've got everything we need there. And we'll just do what we've been doing the past, 6 months and just talk. Talk about our common interest and things we like. And sure enough, that's when it started. 5 years ago, this past December. Actually, it was the day Sandy Hook happened when we started the show.
Oh, man.
How ironic was that?
That's a hell of a talking point, huh?
I know. We're like, this is our first and last show.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. Turn the lights off when you're done.
Right.
And since then, you guys are now, you recently just had your 200 episode, but you're now what, at 202 around?
Yeah, there's actually been more than that, the way that we originally started numbering them. But yeah, 200th episode. We're celebrating our 200th episode and our 5th year coming up. And to celebrate our 200th episode, we're doing random giveaways to our listeners, subscribers. So you just got to listen into the show, talkinglead.com. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, pretty much anywhere you can download, listen to podcasts. That's where we're at. And we do fun little trivia questions type things. And yeah, we're giving away targets and ammo and hats and shirts and all kinds of cool things.
Right on. I mean, congrats on, the 200th episodes. I know this is kind of I know when our 100th episode came up, we had John McClain and Nils, and that was kind of I think we had a huge giveaway also or something like that.
Yeah.
So congrats on that. I mean, how much prep, we were talking about this earlier before anybody came in, because me and you were the first one in here, but how much show prep do you put into each episode? And kind of what keeps the drive going, because, sometimes I'm like, man, I'm kind of burnt out over this, but, I keep going because I like, I just like the hobby. I like the hobby of shooting and I like talking to people. What keeps you going?
The dangerous hobby of shooting, as Chelsea would have you believe. I enjoy it. It's the people, it's the camaraderie. It's a very tight-knit community, even though it's a big community. And everybody has been very welcoming to us, but it's just all the interesting stories. Our show is not about politics. We don't talk about politics on our show. It's about the person, the place, the event, the product. If we're talking about a gun or a piece of kit or something like that, and it's finding out more about the people behind, those products or those events or that competitive shooter. We've had Nikki on the show before, Nikki and Heath. And I think what people enjoy about the show and what I enjoy about it is learning more behind the people. What makes them motivated? What drives them? How did they, get into the shooting world? So, and you find out that you got a lot of other things in common too. So it's not just all about firearms. It's about, like I said, pop culture, other common interests. So that's really what drives me and keeps me going. It's just it's learning more about the people.
And there's not much show prep, right? You kind of just go with the flow, essentially, or
Pretty much. I mean, I'll have a general idea because, like I said, it's about the person, the place, the event. So whoever I have on, that's what the show's going to be about.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to have a ulterior motive for having somebody on. I'm not going to try to ambush somebody and get them to, talk about something that they want to talk about.
Well, speaking of that, Marty, now we got you on the spot. No, I'm sure. We're all about that
on the show.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like a bunch of guys, and we've been likened to a bunch of guys sitting around a campfire just shooting the shit. That's kind of what it is, but a little more structured. We've got different segments on the show. We've got one called the Jack Wagon Train. That's where we pick somebody or something that's just stupid or done something stupid, not necessarily in the world of firearms itself, but just somebody we want to call out as being an idiot, pretty much.
Yeah.
And what's really cool about that is we have the gunny, Arlie Ermy. He does the introduction to the Jack Wagon Train.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I say we got a couple people here lately that you can. The guy we were talking about on the pre-show.
Yeah, the Voda guy.
Yeah.
He definitely deserves a seat on the Jack Wagon Train, no doubt about it.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of that, Nikki's got some really important questions she plugged into the note that she wanted to ask
This is what I'm so curious as to where this. I'm going to ask it, but I just need you to know I didn't write it.
Go on and ask me, girl.
Why do you like loose women in gay strip bars?
Because I can get free drinks from both of them.
Hey. He's playing the system there. He identifies. He identifies.
I get free drinks, so yeah.
Identifies as being thirsty.
How far are you willing to go for a free beer?
What kind of beer are we talking?
Y'all, when I was in college, I always went for the married men because they have two incomes, so they can afford.
Everybody can afford it.
And they're not going to try to take you home at the end of the night because they have a family at home and they can't bring you there.
Well, they could take you to a hotel now.
You're diabolical, yeah.
Well, I went to college in a tiny little town, so no, they weren't taking you to no hotel.
98% of where hotels get their income, married men.
Yeah.
You're diabolical.
Yeah.
Nice question, by the way. Thank you.
I thought I was smart.
Loose women and gay strip clubs, right? Or gay bars.
Gay strip clubs. There's gay strip clubs. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. I mean, and that was pretty straightforward.
They're
quick answer.
They're making free drinks. Yeah.
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 No shame in his gang.
Hey,
Yeah.
call it like I see it.
Nikki, you had a couple more you want to throw in here? I got
Yes. This is why I brought you.
That was the question of the show. We can pretty much wrap it up at this point.
Yeah, we're good. Thank y'all. Have a good night.
Talk about shout outs now.
Yeah.
You just lost half your audience, right?
Right. Yeah.
Well,
Or
we're
people
talking
were
about
like, what was that again? Take notes?
Wait, how does that work? Okay, hold on. Speaking of the Jack Wagon train, you recently posted that article about Chelsea Handler saying gun ownership is a hobby and that the hobby needs to have more restrictions because this hobby is killing innocent people and children included. What kind of reactions did you get from that? Like, I know how you felt. I probably know how you feel about it.
Well, we're speaking to the choir, especially when we post things like this. So it's just to make our people, our followers, the 2A amendment people aware that these boneheaded liberals, gun grabbers, are still out there. We're not safe. So they're still out there trying to take our guns away from us, even though we've got a president that appears and seems to be on our side. These people are still out there in full force, and they're not giving up, and they're not quitting. So we can't either. We can't let our guard down, or we're going to end up just like we were for the past 8 years. So, but yeah, Chelsea, who knows who she is? I don't even know who she is. Is she supposed to be a comedian or something like that?
I used to watch her show. I thought it was funny, and then she got this show on Netflix, and she went I guess it was to touch on different controversial topics, and she went to the South to talk about racism in the South. It just I don't know where she found some of these people.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not.
boyfriend
I
is,
live in South Carolina. Like, this
50
is
Cent.
not. She was dating 50 Cent for a while.
Or something like that. So,
Yeah,
Oh,
her
they all
one talk
got-
show was funny until she went off the deep end, which they all seem to do now. That they were funny up to a point, and you watch them, or in that case, Sega would have E Network on 24/7, and so she was trying to be the next talk show host lady, and she had some funny stuff, and then started talking about guns, and I'm like, we're done watching that.
What it is Anthony and I were talking about this off air. These celebrities try to use their status to push their political agendas. They're just actors or they're just comedians, but yet they try to get into, the political world, with their, quote, celebrity status and start talking about things that they know nothing about.
And that's what kills me, because they're entertainment. We pay them to entertain us.
Well, it's just sports athletes too.
That's what I'm saying. We pay you to entertain us, and when you don't entertain us anymore, we don't have to give you our money.
Yeah, just like sports, athletes or teams or sports in general, have a certain agenda, political or whatnot, and you're like, I just want to watch the game. Like that's all I want to do here. Like I don't.
You'll notice there's a pattern with these people. As they're way up here in their celebrity status and everything's going good and they're doing great. As you see them start to slip and lose some of their their foothold, their status, then they start becoming political. Have you ever noticed that?
Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin, she made our jackwagon training this past episode. Who's ever heard of her in the past 15, 20 years?
Well, she has lost she had one sponsor, lost it, and every of the 8 shows she had scheduled this year, all 8 of them canceled. She literally
and the New Year's
New Year's thing.
It's a year away. Well, not a year away, but several months away.
Several months away. One gig a year that she does with CNN, but CNN fired her. How bad do you got to suck for CNN to fire you?
Well, it kills me. She's saying that Trump's bullying her. Like she's trying to blame all of this on Trump. It's like you did this. You took the picture. You posted it. You did this to yourself. It's nobody's fault but yours. I'm getting bullied. I'm getting bullied by Donald Trump.
When she was doing this, she goes, "I'm gonna relaunch my career by doing this. This is gonna be so good for me." She's calculating the risk that she's taking. It backfired
big time.
The only honest thing she said is that she called herself a D-list celebrity.
Right, self-deprecating. That's kind of her style, I think. But
but at least she was honest. In that moment.
Yeah.
Well, then you got over. I can't remember exactly when it was. I know I did a ruck, and then it was over that. But Chris Pratt, and
the guy from The Office.
Yeah, it was the 2 guys from The Office. Well, because he was in there too. They did the Murph Challenge, and so they were posting up very pro-military, very pro, all of these things. And I didn't see that on any major network. I saw it on Instagram, kind of thing. So, and it had.
I'd say Chris Pratt put up a picture of his kid, saying the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag or saluting the flag when they put it up on their porch and stuff.
Yeah.
Is his name John Krasinski or something like that?
Yeah. He does insurance commercials. His voice is the insurance commercials.
Well, he was in that movie.
13 Hours.
Yeah, 13 Hours.
Yeah, Benghazi. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Benghazi thing. He was in that movie.
Yeah, they definitely got jacked for that role.
I would love to get those guys on the show. If anybody's got a connection with those guys, I would love to get them on the show.
There you go. I don't. Unfortunately, but I'm sure there's somebody out there maybe listening. I got Big Lou 13 is saying what's up. Big Lou 13 also has got his phone number and social security number in the live chat.
In the comments.
Yeah,
thanks.
So I think he wants a talking lead shirt.
Credit card shopping. Woo woo.
Hey, if you see a Benelli or a Dissident Arms Vepper show up on your credit card bill,
oh man,
don't worry about that.
Hey, so it probably wouldn't even be suspicious.
I got a quick question. Can the people watching see the other people's names? Can they see when the people post?
Yeah, I believe so.
They're going to vote on who the winner is, who gets the T-shirt.
So, Marty, if you scroll over your face and this little sidebar on the left pops up, you'll see the top is a blue square. That's chat. So if we are talking to you or between each other, only we can see that stuff on the right. down, there should be a share screen, and then there should be a Q&A icon.
Mm.
There used to be a Q&A icon. Now I don't even see it.
Yeah.
Then that's where you can see the questions that people are asking or what people are typing.
I don't see
It'll
it.
also
Internet's is all weird. I don't know.
That's why I don't do live shit.
Yeah, there you go. JB says he's also in the house. What's up, JB? Havoc Legion shooting team is also in the house. He says my work calls me meat musket.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's a reason why.
I got to shout out. We got to shout out Havoc Legion shooting team because literally they are here every week.
Yeah, very much appreciated.
Every week you're like Havoc Legion shooting team checking in.
Right?
Yep, every week. That's crazy.
Yeah, and he's
Thank
out
you.
here. He actually shoots matches too, and he was in my backyard the other day. Too bad I didn't get out there at the same time. You know, it's good to meet the viewers and stuff like that, and the folks that shooting, and the whole shooting camaraderie things. What is it said? Bald and Curious is in the house here. He says, "Screw the celebrities. They are for entertainment. If you are dumb enough to listen to their bullshit, it's on you."
Amen, brother.
They just have the means to say it.
And he also said, "Screw politics. Talk about shooting guns now." Hello.
All right,
Ben said hello from Chesapeake, Virginia.
Hey, so I got to shoot some cool guns today. Ben Mookie Thomas from Spikes Tactical was in town.
Yeah.
And he brought in their new 308 called the Roadhouse. They call it the Roadhouse. It's a great story behind why they call it the Roadhouse. But it was it's light and it was very level shooting 308.
Did you like roundhouse kick people? Is that how?
Are you going to share the story, or are you just going to tell us there's a cool story behind it?
But yeah, I was getting to it. So the rifle. So
okay. It's a 308, lightweight.
So what was Patrick Swayze's name in that movie?
Dirty Dancing.
Roadhouse?
Oh, Roadhouse. Sorry.
Roadhouse.
Dalton or
Dirty
something like
Dancing.
that, right?
Yeah.
His name was Dalton.
Yeah.
So they
Get the Google machine.
Yeah.
So they had an employee. His name was Dalton, and this kid came in and he was worked his way from sweeping floors all the way up to where he was actually part of the design team and helped design. John Dalton. So Dalton, his kid's name was Dalton, and he was killed in a motorcycle accident.
Oh.
So I mean that's not cool, but in tribute to him, they named it after him, so they called it the Roadhouse.
Huh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That is cool.
And these rifles is this like this exclusive shoot you went on? Are these rifles from Spikes available right now?
Yeah, they're available right now. You can go to Spikes and you can get these. There's limited edition of them, but they're very nice 308s.
Yeah, I met Mookie probably 3 or 4 SHOT Shows ago, and he came up to some booth that I was at, and I guess he wasn't working for Spikes yet now, but he came up and he's like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And he's super mega hyper energetic.
Yeah, he's not shy.
Yeah. And he's like, "Hey, here's my card. I'm the hardest working guy in the industry," and just walked away. And I was just like,
and he is. So this tour that he's on, it's called the No Layoff Tour, because you know how a lot of the AR companies are sucking hind tent right now.
Yeah.
So he's on this tour going across the nation. He's calling it the No Layoff Tour because his goal is that Spikes Tactical is not going to lay off any of their employees. So he's working triple hard to ensure that doesn't happen. Great guy. So you guys follow Ben Mookie Thomas, the Mookie Militia. Great dude.
We got to get him on the show. So if somebody that always in it, we need to have him on the show. It's one of those guys that the name bounces around in my head and then all of a sudden it slips and I never reach out. So we need to make that show happen.
Yeah, good luck capturing him.
Yeah, you gotta tie him down and get a laser pointer and just jingle keys and stuff.
Yeah.
Dustin.
Yeah. Jeez.
The shit you come up with.
Yeah, right. Yeah. New firearms discussion. I mean, you guys, I've actually, we never got a chance to shake hands, but I've always seen you guys you guys were on the mic from Grand Power Eagle Imports booth or something like that at shows. And I wanted to just get in some of the discussion of some of these hyped firearms that are coming out. The Grand Power Q100, which is the striker fire pistol. I mean, we did a show with we did a booth interview with Raphael on this pistol at NRA last year.
On the show. So we've had Raphael on the show probably 2 or 3 times, haven't we?
So next time he's on, you got to call him Top Richard.
Richard.
Yeah, Top Richard.
We'll get to that question next, but go.
And then, so he's, like most people do at SHOT or these shows, they say, hey, this gun is going to be available first quarter, or in April they're going to start shipping. And people are commenting on that video for months now. When the hell is the Q100 going to be shipping? And supposedly,
I thought you were going to say Raphael was the only one that was like, well, it may be a couple months, but
no. And supposedly, I got word that they are finally shipping. The Q100 from Grand Power is shipping.
Are they? I just sent Raphael an email the other day and was like, send me this gun. And he's like, okay. And I didn't even think to ask about that.
They've got videos of them shooting it.
I saw that. Rob Pincus and them are
Rob Pincus was shooting it, yeah.
There's so much stuff that goes into brand new guns and shipping. That's just ungodly amount. So the average person doesn't know all the the behind the scenes of,
especially when you're importing.
Yeah, I was gonna say just production alone, and then getting it to your distributors or to the dealers. Because there's a hierarchy of things. It doesn't just go from XYZ company to Joe Bob's Guns. Like there's a checks and balances that have to happen. So there's paperwork that's got to be filed and stuff. So shipping guns from other countries, we're tacking on several months of just stuff right there. So you gotta understand that stuff comes out. It's not literally sitting on the shelf in the back. Like it's not an iPhone, right? It's not sitting in a back that part-timer Joe Bob has to get him and bring them out and just put them on the shelf. So
yeah,
hang tight.
Joe Bob Outfitters.
There is. I have shot with those guys. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
I literally was like, wait a minute, that's a real thing. Like
I love that story.
I thought it was just like a bullshit jersey. Like it was like Joe Bob Outfitters shooting team. And I'm like, no, really?
No, we're real. We exist.
Yeah. No,
I shot with the owner. It was actually the owner, and I was just like, oh damn. All right.
Does he look like that caricature on their website?
Yeah, don't subscribe to their email sub list because you're going to end up spending a lot of money. They come up with some really smashing prices.
They do.
On some of their stuff.
I thought you were going to say they sell your email address and you end up getting 27 other emails.
No, yeah. Well,
they do that too, but
yeah, they do that too, right?
No,
but yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it because the prices are so damn good, right? No, but back to the new firearm discussion, right? So we got a lot of firearms, at least I think a lot of pistols have been coming out that I'm excited about, and I've been on some of the airwaves kind of promoting, chugging along the hype train on some of these pistols. So the Q100, the Hudson H9 seemed to kind of take some of the cake at SHOT Show.
I'm still confused by that one.
I saw it. It's not the prettiest gun in the world, but I don't really care. I thought it was really innovative. I thought it was really fun. I mean, I only got to shoot like 6 rounds out of it, so it's kind of hard to base it off of 6 rounds. But I think the design and stuff that they put behind that thing, I think it's when it comes out, if it can stay strong, I think that's going to be a fantastic pistol. For the 1911 trigger in a striker fire gun, that's who's done that? Nobody.
They can get because the first price tag that I heard was like $3,000 something. So if they can get
it's around $1,000. I think it's $1,100 MSRP or something like that.
The first price tag on it was like, I was like, oh shit, I don't know about that. I could have CK Arms or Spencer Race Guns, but build me a 2011 to like the up-nose degree for under that. So.
No. Are you thinking about the Silencer Co. integrally suppressed 9?
That's Maxim.
Or Maxim, probably like $3,000.
Yeah, I got to hold one of those the other day. Actually, a rep came in to my store that I'm at, and he was just pulling out stuff, and he had one of those things, and I was like, "Let me see that RoboCop gun." I'm like, "What the hell is this?"
That's what the Hudson reminds me of. Just a smaller version.
Reminds me of a RoboCop gun. Nikki, the bear claws in the background.
Like jamming back there.
Yeah, you'd think she has like a bunch of bears in her house, but no, they're just
Dustin.
Really big.
I did it.
Dustin muted Nikki on the fly. Mic off. There you go, Dustin.
No, I'm all about silencers because I got my little SBR here with my American manufacturing.
Am I back? Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah,
you're good.
Screw you, Dustin.
So, but the thing about, and now if we didn't have, doing the ATF, doing your Form 4 and all that shenanigans, then yeah, integrated suppressors would be phenomenal. Integrated pistol, that's awesome. But I can't just afford spending $200 and then waiting 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 months.
What's the latest on the HPA?
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the definitely the NFA item scene. I do a lot of stuff with that. So far, how it's worded, I think it's still progressing, but it's not going to progress as much as I think we thought it was going to be initially, because it cannot be a executive order how it's written now. So it does have to be a voted-in item. And I think with the prelims or whatever the next voting session is, I think everybody's kind of like want it hands off so that they can keep their job. And so I think the next time it can be coming around, I believe is next year, is when it can go to vote. Now, the one thing that I am trying to pursue is that it can be an executive order, because it's actually reversing an executive order on the trust issues. So taking the trust and bringing it back to where it was, instead of having all reasonable parties on your trust have to give fingerprints, background, and a passport photo to fill out a Form 1 or Form 3, instead of just the person who's purchasing the item. So if that goes back, then I'll be a happy camper, because I got a few things sitting on the waiting block. So, but yeah, the Hearing Protection Act, I don't think is going to progress as fast as we initially thought, even though we are technically in a prime environment for it with how we're sitting in the House and the Senate and the White House.
Right.
But
I think it goes back to people are, sitting on their laurels since the election. I mean, we still have to keep pushing and call your congressman, call your representatives. You still got to pester the shit out of them about this stuff. You can't just sit back and it's all going to pass now. It's not going to. You still have to be active. You got to be just as passionate about it when Obama was in office as Trump.
Yeah, I mean, we see states still passing anti-gun stuff. So California, to be exact. I mean, I know California's a hot breeding zone, but just in the term of Trump still, so they can't blame it on that. But they passed at least 1 to 2 different laws that are hurting all the people in California for gun laws. So that kind of still does suck.
They've been hurting.
Yeah.
Bless their hearts.
The most time I'm in California, although it's beautiful, is in the airports on connection flights, getting the fuck out of there. So that's as much in California I as personally a bit.
Beautiful place. The country, the state's getting run to shit. But beautiful.
We got to support our brothers and sisters that are still there fighting the good fight. I mean, there's several gun ranges that are there that are.
Oh man, it's a great shoot. They have great ranges. That's you know what I mean? You got the desert, you got the mountains, you got all these. There's a lot of prime events that can go down.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a lot of big name shooters in that area. And then also like Arizona and New Mexico and stuff like that. So it's right there. But yeah, they got primetime weather for shooting. They don't have snow. So we have snow in Missouri. That's not a thing. Right. So it's one of those deals. And the same thing for like Illinois, so Illinois, companies in there, it's hard. Our biggest answer is, well, just move if you don't like it. Well, that's your place of business. That's your job. That's your family's income. That's where all your relatives are from. You just can't pack up and go. So we need to change things.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We can't be telling people just to pack up and go. You don't give up. You stay there. You fight the good fight. You get more people on your side, and you turn the tide.
All right.
You can't just abandon. Abandon these states.
But on to some Talking Lead podcast stuff. You talked that you interviewed Heath and Nikki Clevenger. I mean, how was it interviewing the 4th best lady 3-gunner in the world?
Well, Heath was great. He was a great interview. Very personable. And of course, Nikki, I mean, wow. She's a man.
Yeah.
But no, congratulations on that, Nikki.
Yeah, I mean, you finished 4th place twice in a row. This is
twice in a row.
Yeah, this is where your 4th place kind of comes in now. You
I hope No, I hope my friend Erica's not watching, but I should have got third. And I hope she's not watching because she got third. But I had a tough match, and I could have easily been third. But beating her would have been tough. But I think I could have done it. So now I've beaten her at the last match. I can't at the South Carolina Regional, and she beat me this match at the Alabama Regional. So it's about to go down. We are now 1-1.
Who's Erica? Who's this?
Erica Spencer, you know, she up and came up out of nowhere, and she straight juked me at the girls match, at the ladies match last year. Like I had other than the one stage, I mean, if I could redo that stage, I probably would have come in top 5, but whatever, I'm over it now. She just straight, you can tell she's just up and out of nowhere, has been practicing, and she maybe, a lot of people don't know her now, but keep an eye out for her because this girl is smoking fast.
He's on fire.
So you need to like key your car, let the air out of tires.
Something. See, the thing is with South Carolina Regional, we had some long range stuff. In this match, everything was close base stuff, you know. So generally, I end up getting a lot of my time back on the long range stuff because I have a pretty good long range game. So people who suffer, who don't not suffer, but you know, don't do well in long range, that's usually where I shoot off. You know, I got you on the long range.
Make up some ground there, huh?
Yeah, and all of this stuff was close range stuff, and my pistol game was sometimes on, sometimes off, and I just.
Yeah, that holster. I saw that holster.
Yeah, when keeping it hood goes wrong, I never put the hood up.
Smoke and draw time you had on that.
I never put the hood up. I don't know what I was thinking when they say load and make ready. I loaded and I put the gun in the holster, and I usually never put the hood up unless I'm going to run. But I was not moving. I was going to shoot the shotgun from right there, drop the shotgun, pull the pistol, shoot, and run with the pistol in my hand. And for some reason, I put the dang hood up, and I'm telling you, that level 3 retention, it's solid. It is solid.
I love when stuff happens to people who have like Serpa holsters and they're like sitting there jerking on it. You're like, ha ha ha.
Well, I went to draw and I was like, what the heck? I said, what? And then I'm sitting there like, why did I put the hood up? So I went to do my draw again, which I know how to hit the button on the way down. And then that didn't work. And I was like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. I had to use 2 hands. I had to push the button and pull the hood down.
That's how you get killed in the streets, Nikki.
I know, but I mean,
you're not taking LOVA training.
You need to go to Vidya Tactical, wherever.
Yeah.
Dude.
I had a smoking time too. Like that time my pistol game was on. Like I killed it. If I would not have wasted literally 10 seconds trying to get my gun out of my holster, I'd have killed that stage. And I might have been third, but no. Yeah. Erica smoked me. There was like a minute, 64 seconds between me and her.
Damn it, next time, I guess. We're going to move into Discount Corner here. We're a little late on the Discount Corner segment. I know we mentioned it earlier in the show. We got Nikki kind of said her code early, which is great because I don't know how many viewers we retained all the way up to this point.
We got Nikki's code. We're good. We're done.
We started off with like gay strip clubs and getting drinks and stuff.
Yeah, right. And then now we're in Serpa issues. I don't know, right? So we're going to start off, Nikki, hit us with some of the Discount Corner stuff that you have. What do you got?
Well, again, if you go to the Shooter's Mindset, you can save 10% using discount code Nikki, TSM10. If you want a holster that's really great with retention, like mine, you can use, to save 10% at Red Hill Tactical, you can use discount code Clevenger. I'll save you 10%. You can also go to American Defense Manufacturing and use discount code 3GUN10. That's the number 3, the word gun, and number 10. And I can't find my discount card with my picture on it. That's really awesome. Or I'd show you all again. Oh, here it is. Of course I have one. So 3GUN10. It's right there. Use 3GUN10 at checkout. And I'll save you 10% American Defense Manufacturing. And then I have my Frenzies discount codes. So be sure to hit me up on Facebook. Somebody asked me the other day, they're like, so do you have to be friends with you to get the code? I was like, no, you just have to message me on Facebook and get the code. We don't technically have to be friends. But I was like, hit me up on Facebook. I save you 15% on Criterion barrels, and I can save you 20% at True Spec. So no, we don't have to be friends, but send me a message. I'll hook y'all up.
Why wouldn't you want to be Nikki's friend anyway?
Exactly. God, I post such great stuff.
What?
I'm going to Key West in a week, so y'all follow. Friend me on Facebook, and you can see how awesome I'm having of a time in Key West.
Bikini photos?
Do we get to
Follow us
judge
on
who looks the
Instagram.
best?
I'm going to be with my twins, so good luck telling who's the difference between the two.
You're going to be the skinniest, right?
I'm just going to quit eating now since I leave in 7 days. If I quit eating now in 7 days, I think I'll be all right.
Stick to the liquid diet.
That sounds like a plan.
But no,
Yeah.
I don't. Yes, they'll probably be bikinis, but they'll be tastefully done because I'm not trying to promote anything by being half naked. I'm
Just
just
trying to get them sponsorships.
I'm just a normal human being that's at a beach, and I wear a bikini at the beach, so that's
Never
normal.
know when Maxim's watching.
I know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something else. I'm glad I caught myself because we're live, but I'll tell y'all later.
All right, Dustin, what do you got for discount corner?
So you can go to xproducts.com and get your cool, awesome side chargers like this guy here. You can be like racking it from the side and drums and stuff. And you can use Dustin 10 to get 10% off on that guy. So you can go to X Products, use Dustin 10. If you want a holster that doesn't get you killed in the streets, inside the waistband, outside the waistband, concealment or competition, mag pouches, all the awesome stuff from Comptech Holsters. That's COMP-TAC. You can use Dustin 1, get your 10% off of there.
No retention, right?
No retention. Well, it does. It has built-in levels of retention. We could go on for hours about Comptech Holsters. I'm sure we've had Randy on the show, which we could probably have her on the go.
We need to get
and also, if you're in the St. Louis area, talking about Comptech Holsters, if you're in the St. Louis area, I'm bringing Randy, Mr. Randy Rogers, in. She is going to do a all-ladies class on August the 11th, a Friday. August 12th, a Saturday. She's doing a basic to intermediate class. And then on August the 13th, a Sunday, she's doing a competition class. So get to it, do some fun stuff. For proper gear, message me. We can be BFFs like Nikki. And was she offering 20%? I'll offer 23% on proper gear. So hit me up on that. If you need anything black nitride, H&M black nitride, because black nitride matters, hit me up on that. I'll give you a discount code. Tactical Shit, you can go to shop.tacticalshit.com and use TSM10 to get 10% off of all your awesome goodies. They got Rise Armaments triggers back in stock, so those bad boys there. Quarter Circle 10 bolts and uppers. Yeah, so all kinds of cool fun stuff.
Liberal Tears.
Liberal Tears. Oh, where's my Liberal Tears?
Something that smells like bacon.
So I was actually shooting a match, Illinois, and I won it. Not a big deal, but there was actually some guys there, and this one dude just kept going on about baking this and baking this and baking that. And we actually had a booth, since it was in Illinois, we actually brought a booth and set up a Tactical Shit booth. And so I brought him over a little sample bottle, and I go, hey, just smell this real quick. And he smelled it, and he's like, where can I buy them? He's like, I want a big bottle of that. So it does actually smell like bacon. And they have a few of the Hillary for a Prison bottles still in stock. They found a box,
Nice.
like it was the scene from Indiana Jones when they're going into the crates with like the Lost Ark, and they pulled over a box and they opened it up, and it was just all these bottles of Liberal Tears, Hillary for Prison Bacon Edition. So you can go over there and use TSM10 and get 10% off.
There you go. Marty, any discount quarter on the fly stuff you want to add?
Yeah, sure. So Frontier Tactical, frontiertactical.com. They have what's called the Warlock system. So you can convert any mil-spec AR with their Warlock system to shoot up to 90 different calibers. And
Awesome.
you use the discount code LEADHEAD. Every place that I'm going to tell you about, the discount code is LEADHEAD, LEADHEAD, all one word. Modern
That's
Spartan
not
system.
lead head?
No,
It's not lead? It's not lead? It's lead. Okay,
Lead.
my bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
lead.
Continue.
Leadhead. Modern Spartan Systems. They do gun optimization products, lubes, cleaners, things like that. ModernSpartanSystems.com. Who Do All Outdoors. You guys remember Do All Outdoors?
Woo, woo, yeah.
Do all
Yeah.
outdoors.
Do All Outdoors for 2 weeks. You can use the discount code LEADHEAD and you get 20% off everything on their website. They do those self impact seal, self-filling targets. Those little ground shooters. Those
Oh
orange.
yeah.
See those? They do those. They've got skeet throwers, all kinds of different kind of targets. Do all outdoors. Use the code LEADHEAD. X steel targets, AR 500 steel targets. You can go to xsteeltargets.com. They've got dueling trees. They've got Texas stars. They've got silhouette targets. They can custom make targets for you. You can use the discount code LEADHEAD there as well. Pretty much anybody that's associated with Talking Lead, if you use the discount code LEADHEAD, you're going to get a discount. Tactical Squirrel is a monthly subscription box service where you get all kinds of cool tactical shit. Something different every month. You sign up. They've got different levels of cool tactical boxes. They've even got one for the ladies.
Oh, ladies.
I literally just wrote down Tactical Squirrel.
Tactical Squirrel, baby. Yeah. But go to Talking Lead's website. Go to talkinglead.com. We've got a link at the top of our website there. You click on, you do your first month subscription from there, and they're going to throw in a little extra something for you just for being a lead head.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There you go. Check that out. Check that out.
And then more stuff coming Black Friday. We blow it out Black Friday. We do deals with all kinds of people at Black Friday on the top of their deals that they're already having.
There you go. We talked about the tactical shit, TSM-10. Dustin said that one out there. The folks over at RandCLP Mindset 16 saves you 15% off anything over at randclp.com. Also, the folks at Carbon Arms, TSM-10. There was one of the Facebook groups. Someone was asking for a discount code. TSM-10 saves you 10% off. Carbonarms.us. Shotgun caddies, AR-15 accessories. What else they got? 22 LR uppers, AR uppers. They got a lot of stuff over there. Check them out. That's carbonarms.us. TaranTacticalInnovations.com. TSM-10 saves you 10% off anything. TaranTacticalInnovations.com. If it's not at the shop, at the Shooter's Mindset shop, you head over to Taran Tactical Innovations directly, save you 10% over there. DeweyRods.com, TSM-15 saves you 15% off all your Dewey rods to clean your guns with over there at DeweyRods.com. That'll wrap it up. We got some extra discount codes. We hope you save some money over there. Nikki, you had a bunch of... Yeah, go buy something, man.
Yeah, I don't even know. So that thing that holds 90 calibers, I don't even know if I can name 90 calibers. What the?
Yeah, right?
Shoot up to 90 different calibers from the Warlock system for Frontier Tacticals. They also have their own line of ARs that come standard with their Warlock system. And they've got an awesome AR pistol that'll even fit in a purse. They got one that'll fold down to fit in a purse.
That is some black magic.
It can't be that difficult because, I mean, if you can't fit a bottle of liquor and a change of clothes in your purse ain't big enough.
Yeah, you mean the $200 some odd plus freaking rucksack that I got Sagan, her Michael Kors purse. Yeah, I didn't even know how much purses damn cost until I went in there to get like a Mother's Day. I think I got that for Mother's Day, and I was like, Jesus, that's like half a gun.
Right? Yeah, that's the way you got to think about it.
Do you take 9mm? Do you take
range?
Springfield Armory Trades? Do you take 9?
Yeah. Right.
I'm telling you, if it can't fit a change of clothes and like a bottle of wine or a bottle of liquor in it, it ain't big enough.
It ain't worth having.
It ain't worth having. And little tiny purses.
And if you see them trying to check out at the cashier, they're digging.
Oh, my wallet is in here somewhere.
It's in there somewhere. My debit card's in there somewhere. Hold on.
They're elbow deep in that sucker.
Yeah.
Well, the debit card would be in the wallet if they didn't take it out at the bar and then just drop it in the bag afterwards. And now they're at the grocery store like, hold on. It's in here somewhere.
Let me find my keys as I'm holding 12 bags of groceries here. Just take your time, though.
Well, luckily, TACCOM, what is that company that's on your shirt? Contact. Made these awesome little keychain hooks. Yeah. So now you can just hook it on the edge and you can find your keys right there.
Yeah. They are awesome on anything with water involved. I will attest to that, hands down. So when we go to the lake, boat keys go on my Contact keychain holster.
Boats and
Hey, we put liquid white out on a bee and it died. So there's that.
Moving on.
Where did that
Um,
go?
Hold on, yeah. Let's get some of these live questions here in the live chat here.
Science.
CRS Hokey says, "Tell Marty I said what's up."
That's leadhead number one. That's our number one leadhead right there, baby.
CRS Hokey is in the house here.
Yeah. Tell us about the SHOT Show, baby. Or Blade Show. He went to Blade Show here recently. He was there at Blade representing the Leadhead Nation.
Yeah. And what JB and Ben were kind of throwing in their comments on John Dalton back when we were talking about that topic. Sorry, I got late to the comments here. Yeah, the Roadhouse. I got a Q100. Bald and Curious says he has a Q100 coming. Actually tortured toward the factory in January. It's on my channel. I got to go check that out. So you were all the way over there across the pond?
That's cool.
So yeah,
Must be a good video.
Raphael had never offered that, has he?
I say, shoot. I mean, SPS has been like, come to Spain, but Raphael ain't never been like, yeah, let's go.
Like, come on,
Yeah,
Tall
right.
Richard.
There you go. Q100 just started shipping to distributors. Yes, it did. I got the 411. I think when I posted the CZ, I did something on the CZ P10. I said, is it a Glock killer? Like every new striker fire is supposed to be the Glock killer. And then Dave from Grand Power is like Q100. So that's how I kind of figured out that they're shipping. Ben also said, how do you get a P320 X5? And keep hunting the internet, sir. They're out there. I've seen 2 of them come through the gun shop. I know SIG, like the pro shop over at SIG, had a few of them, but they are starting to leak out. If you look hard enough, you'll find them. I saw one, the website, but they were like eight and change, like just under $900. It was a really good deal for one of those guns. They're out there.
You got Panteras back in stock yet?
What's that?
See, that's what y'all are talking about with that. Y'all don't know the behind the scenes with the distributors, all this stuff.
Right.
SPS Pantera and Metro Arms, they didn't like how one of their parts was being made, so they got a new distributor of that part, and they haven't been able to keep up with the demand during the switch. So there was like a month hold on all of that stuff. It should be being worked out soon, if not already worked out now, where they're actually getting enough into production where they can bring as many as they need into the country. So it is a work in progress, but is getting closer to a solution. But for a minute there, they were just, I can't even remember what part it was. If Heath was here, because he's my parts manager, he remembers these sort of things. He'd be able to tell you that the whole story, but I just know that there was a holdup in changing of who produced a particular part.
They jacked it up.
Those are all of the little things behind the scenes that cause delays. Yeah. CRS Hokey's talking about the Hudson, and also Havoc Legion's talking about the CZP-10. So, like I said, there's a lot of new guns that I'm excited about. That CZP-10 was rock solid out of the box. No lube. We just took it out there. I put 2 mags through it. Everybody kind of put 2 mags through it. It fit. I had a Glock 34 holster on, and it fit right in there with retention. So people are saying it's
I may have Glock coming soon. So that's all I can say about it.
What's that about Glock?
I said I may have some news coming from Glock soon.
Ooh.
I would say Anthony loves him some Glock.
I got this here. This fancy contraption right here. It has the front slide serrations from the factory right there.
Oh, look at that.
Something that I don't know. Striker Fire manufacturer were doing for years. Glock finally has released their own version.
I say, Marty, say something that makes your screen bigger when you talk. So hold that.
I clicked it. Go ahead.
Blah 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 blah. This is the Talking Dead Knights Templar Glock.
Awesome.
With the dragon scale serrations. I don't know if you can see that or not.
I do like your Enforce.
I say, oh, you fancy, huh?
Oh. Yeah, baby.
Oh,
Crusade across. Yeah.
Speaking of Glocks, everybody pulls out their Glocks, but Dustin. Damn it.
Mine's in the other room, and well,
Speaking
if I get up, my dogs will get up, and then
there's always a Glock close by. What else do we have in the live comments? Hold on here. Ben said I know I can dream. I wasn't impressed with the Maxim. So the Solence integrated Solence thing trigger was too gritty from CRS Hokey. I haven't seen one in person. Actually, at the shows I have, but not outside of a show like with like cables through them kind of deal. What about the Hyper Touch 24C? So anybody know about this Hyper Touch 24C? The Hyperfire?
It's a trigger? Yeah, it's a Hyperfire trigger.
I'm assuming that. Don't know nothing.
Well, I think Hyperfire's got a discount code too. You can go there and use Leadhead also.
There you go. That's kind of like, it's funny how it's like how they have it too. It's like when in doubt, use TSM10, and most likely
when in doubt, use TSM10 or use Leadhead, and eventually somebody's gonna save.
When in doubt, yeah. I mean, if you ain't getting 10% off or some type of discount using Leadhead or TSM10, screw them.
Yeah.
They're not worth buying anything from.
Or have them get in touch with us. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Somebody knows somebody.
We'll get you a discount somehow.
All right. So we got a nice conversation going in there. I'm not going to read through all those.
They're all talking to each other.
Yeah. HPA stuff picked up. Yeah, so picking up knives, a cool trainer at Blade Show. So people who were at Blade Show, I was jealous.
That definitely would have been an interesting thing to go to. I'm always about getting some of them knives.
Knives, yeah.
You know.
Well, dude, I know we don't want to keep mentioning it, dude, but that video, you gotta clack.
Shazam!
Yeah.
Shazam!
Yeah.
And then you gotta like sweep yourself.
Stab twice, and then sweep yourself as you draw.
Then smoke the ceiling. Then smoke the floor.
You gotta do a desk pop.
Yeah. Man. I mean, if you haven't yet, you're behind the curve.
So I did a desk pop in the last episode. You'll have to listen to see when it comes into play.
Straight up.
There you go.
That's why, like, I just hope if I ever AD, hopefully I AD with like a suppressor and just like, well, that wasn't too bad.
Oh, that wasn't nearly as bad.
No, that wasn't bad at all.
There are no ADs, they're NDs.
There you go. Yeah. All righty.
Nikki,
Nikki, you had a couple questions
I got a ton of questions because I want to get back on the talking lead subject. I know Marty talks about guns all day. We talk about guns all day, and then we just get to talking about guns. But Marty is here, so let's talk about talking lead.
Hi.
Hey. So I'm going to mush all three of my questions together. So just ramble on for a little bit, and we'll throw comments in as we go. So who's been, and I know the answer to this already, so just who has been one of or some of your favorite people to interview? And have you ever gotten to talk to anybody like uber famous or somebody that was a role model? What's some of the craziest stories you've heard? And can you tell us about Four Richards and a Ralph?
Oh my God.
Okay. Damn, that's
a lot. That's a lot. We got to break that down.
So okay, fine.
So
first
Nikki
off,
Clevenger on the first one. And then
really?
Nikki
Trying to make it feel good
on the second part of that question. Uber famous, role model.
Only fourth best in the world, just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, there's been so many people on the show. I mean, I can't just pick one individual, but
who did you go fangirl about? That's actually so. You know, we meet so many people in the industry. We get to hang out with so many people. Or you like, oh yeah, I actually know that dude. But like, is there anybody you just straight up fangirled, or after they walked away, you're like, I just talked to Susan. You know, like kind of did one of those deals.
Well, I gotta say, I mean, it was our very first show that we went to was NRA. It was when it was in Houston. So was that almost 5 years ago? How long ago was that?
Something like that. Yeah, that's about right.
And we got an exclusive with the Gunny, which was like, you know, for somebody just starting off and to get an interview with the Gunny, Arlie Ermy was just like unheard of, and we have no idea how we managed that or why he agreed to do it or or anything. But we've got a YouTube video of that interview that we did with the Gunny, and then that's when he did our introduction to the jackwagon train.
He's actually a really good dude to talk to.
And he wears True Spec stuff, so
you
want that 20% discount.
Well, now he's not the greatest. I mean, he was already affiliated with Glock, so he's already like half. Now he's True Spec. Oh, geez. No, my wife and my daughter went over. I was closing up. It might have been Houston, or I don't know. It might have been one of those shows, but Springfield and Glock were like right next to each other. Indiana. And so I was closing up doing whatever over here. And she's like, well, there's like barely a few people over here. So I'm going to go meet them because we really liked a lot of his movies and a lot of his shows.
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket, yeah. Texas Chainsaw, the Gunny Time on the military channel, or now it's on the military channel. It was on History Channel, I think, first off.
He's in Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah, he's the sheriff. He's like the crazy dad. He's the dad sheriff or whatever.
He was also in the X-Files.
Was he really?
Yes, he was.
I'm sure he's got guest spots on everything. So they go over there and they're finishing up, and they actually let him in line because there's two girls, And so they were closed up, and apparently, so then I got done, so I walked over, and I was just standing on the side. They're like, oh, no, it's closed. I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. They're like, oh, I'm there with him. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I got to talking to his secretary guy, and he's like, oh, yeah, he does not leave unless we close down the line and nobody's here. Like, he won't even, like, go get a drink and eat a sandwich. He'll just tell them to bring up the food and drinks to him because he'll actually talk to people. And legit enough, we walked up to him, and he immediately went down on a knee to my daughter, who's 4 foot nothing, and was like, I like your boots. She had these pink cowboy boots, and he had these like gator skin really nice boots on, and he's like, can we trade boots? He's like, you think I'll fit in that? And she's like, no. And so I just started cracking up laughing, and then so he's like, what's your name? And signed a picture for her and stuff. And then we got a photo, and he's like, oh, you guys need photos, like poster, signed poster. I'm like, oh, it's cool, Gunny. And he's like, no, what's your name? I'm like, it's Dustin.
No, it's cool. Like, it's cool. No, what's your name, Dustin?
He's like, no, what is your name? Because you're gonna get a poster. And I'm like, okay, I get a poster. So.
Yeah, he does take his time with everybody. If you wait in that line, once you finally get there, it's worth it because he don't try to rush you out. Here's a poster. Get moving.
High five.
You can talk to him for you talk to him about movies. He doesn't rush you out.
Yeah.
That's why that line gets wrapping around the corner down 2 aisles because he'll take his time with you. What else? There was another part of that question that I'm curious about.
I don't remember. What was it?
What is the two? What are the Richards? What is
4
this?
Richards and a Ralph.
4 Richards.
So you heard him call Raphael
top Richard.
Top Richard.
Yeah. So there's 4 Richards. Adam with Palmetto State Armory. Adam's like 6 foot 18. He's freaking huge. So he's called Tall Richard. Corey from Glock. He's the OG Richard. There's me. I'm Little Richard. And we've got a Ralph, and that's Brandy from Glock. So this all came about 2 years ago, I think, at the Big 3 East down in Florida.
Right.
We were all down there, and for some weird reason or another, we just started calling each other Richards instead of Dicks.
I was gonna be like, that was just an acronym for Dick, right?
For Dick, right? Yeah. So and then the pre-Richards came as the night went on and the drinks started getting stronger. And as the drinks got stronger, Brandy earned her name Ralph, just like anybody else would earn the name Ralph. So what we do is we got a tradition at all the shows now is we'll all get together, and sometime during the show, and we'll just we'll do a recording, and it's off the wall. We talk about anything and everything, and it's pandemonium. But they're usually entertaining. The last one involved a quadruple double cheeseburger.
That makes sense. There's numbers involved.
Yeah.
So for those who didn't pick it up, Brandy's called Ralph because she vomited all over the place. Is that what it Ralph.
Right.
That's tough.
So you got to listen to the show to get the humor. You got to be there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I have met all the Richards. I don't think I met Ralph, but I have met all the Richards.
Okay. Well, I'll introduce you to Ralph. She's cool. You'll like her.
I don't think I met Ralph. But the one night when I met Corey, when I met the OG Richard,
OG?
it was NRA 2 years ago. Not in Atlanta, but the place before. Kentucky?
Yeah,
Where were
Kentucky.
we? Kentucky?
Yeah.
Or Nashville.
And we were at that one bar. Anthony, all of us were at that one bar, and then the Richards were over at the other place. We went over and met up with Raphael.
Tavern.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's when I met all the Richards at that bar after we got done with our Shooter's Mindset stuff. I know Anthony came over there.
That was
I don't think Ralph was it Atlanta? No. You're thinking of that.
Kentucky or Tennessee?
We're talking about Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky, yeah.
Anthony and them weren't at Atlanta.
Where they had the pool tables and all that stuff there. And
Yeah.
Ball,
Beer pong playing, all that stuff.
Yeah, that place was awesome.
That's where I met all the Richards. Don't think Ralph was there.
She hadn't earned her Ralph name then, I don't think.
That was a good night. That's why I was a fan. That's why I'm like, man, why can't Chacha go to Kentucky? It's just such
that
a
was
good time.
fun. But
what's your beef about Vegas, man? What don't you like about Vegas?
I don't know, man.
You're not doing the interviews here, Marty.
I don't. Well, it was part of the questions. I don't know. I'm a little worn out on Vegas. I just enjoy other. The first 3 times I was in Vegas, I don't know if I wore a Vegas out with some of the after parties or something like that, but I really enjoy kind of the way NRA's got it set up, where they kind of move city to city, town to town, kind of every year. I just think it's.
But can you imagine SHOT Show? I mean, there's no
place big enough.
There's only 2 places probably big enough that could house Vegas. They're on the West Coast.
Well, where the first SHOT Show was.
St. Louis?
It was in St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
So
good question there.
Yeah.
They had a couple down here in Orlando now.
And then
obviously I'm a little biased because it's only a 4-hour drive for me.
It was in New Orleans a few times too.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Now it's Vegas.
New Orleans.
I think it's there for another 20 years or something, right?
I have a feeling that I'm going to do the same thing as last year, where I'm like, I'm not going, and then a month out, it's going to be like, all right, we're going, and I have no room, no flight, no passes,
no luggage.
No, last year, no luggage. You want to see me mad? Lose all my luggage.
Yeah.
But it'll be all right.
All your questions? Was that all your questions?
No. What is the craziest story you have ever heard? What is something where you asked a simple question and you thought you were just going to get some basic answer, and all of a sudden someone just laid it out and you were just like, what the
there's been several of those. One of them involved a monkey, a lion, and a severed hand. And I'll leave it at that.
There's definitely a story behind that.
There is a great story behind that.
And so who told you this story? Do we need to get them on the show?
And what episode of Talking Lead do we have to tune into to get the story?
I don't think we've talked about it. We may have talked a little bit about it, but it's CJ Johnson, Dillard Johnson.
Yeah.
He's with Wolf Ammo, and he does the Big 3 East. He puts on the Big 3 East. That's CJ. So he's got some really interesting stories. So, yeah, he'd be a great person to have on your show. Yeah, no doubt.
There you go.
Cool. Get us the hookup.
All right, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I did.
There's the gunny right there.
There he is.
What's the...
That was a picture of Dustin, just in case you didn't see anything. It was a picture of Dustin's family in the gunny with his American flag overalls.
Yeah, he was cracking me up with his. I mean, he had some pretty bitchin' gator boots on, though. I'll tell you what.
Just because I have to one-up Dustin, y'all move on to the next question while I find this.
Oh.
Yeah. What is Mr. Hokey says the James Yeager show are always hilarious.
Yeah, it's always a good time when we have Yeager on. So we had Sonny Pazikas and James Yeager on one show, and it was pandemonium. They were having a hot range Cold War is what they were calling it. And basically what they were doing is it was the AK versus the AR. And James is a big AK guy, but he was representing the AR in this. And, of course, Sonny Bazikas, former Spetsnaz dude, was representing the AK. It was a very good class because they were given the history behind each. They would talk about the pros and cons of each. They would go out on the range, and then everybody would shoot them, and they had different drills and things like that. But it was a very educational training program that they put together. So then we got the two of them on the show after, and you get those two guys in the same room, and it's just bicker and fight and fuss, and cuss, and it's crazy.
I would definitely. Miss Corinne Mosher is Century Arms, and she runs an AK. And TJ, actually, the owner of Tactical Shit, just the last match that we were shooting together, he actually said that. I guess I don't know if Tactical Shit's sponsoring it, but there's some AK match coming to the Midwest, and I'm like, shit, now I got to get an AK.
I think it's in October, isn't it?
So
I think it's a match in October.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know there's one in like Utah or something. It's like Red Dawn or something.
Yeah, something
like that. And then I knew there was one in like Kansas, but apparently this one's going to be in like this is going to be like in Missouri and Illinois. So I was like, all right, now I need to get an AK, throw a Vortex, Red Dot on that bitch, and hammer down some 7.62.
I'm ready to one up Dustin. That is a picture of a freshly shaven Keith Clevenger with Gunny when he won the TPC National Championship. He got his national championship rewarded to him from the Gunny.
Nice.
You probably won't even recognize Heath.
He's like a baby. Yeah, I was gonna say like
little baby face. Anyway, so that's how you get a national championship from the Gunny.
I don't know. The only person I was ever like fangirled about was at last year's SHOT Show. It's like that's when like Benghazi like 13 Hours came out and stuff. I have a pretty fast gait. Like I'm getting to places like point A to point B, and we're going down the big long escalators going downstairs. And I noticed like somebody's keeping up with me. Like I'm on my phone doing social media stuff, and I look over, and he looks over, and it's Tonto, Chris from 13 Hours. And I was like, oh shit, you're Tonto. And he like, hey dude, and like stopped like to talk to me, and I just kept going, and I was like, Arr! And came back to him, and I'm like, hey dude, you're awesome, and I'm gonna shake your hand, I'm gonna get a photo with you. So I got a photo with him.
That's nice.
Yeah, he was a straight up legit dude. Like, I'm gonna stop and talk to you as a human being. I'm like, cool. I was just gonna say hey, like high five and walk away, but
because you don't know me, so I'm just gonna wave like we're friends, and now all of a sudden you want to be BFFs, and I'm cool with that. Let me come back.
Well, how many times
Malone on the show at SHOT Show this year? Carl Malone, the mailman.
Nice,
pretty cool.
Yeah, the FedEx guy.
No, the FedEx guy. Yeah, right.
You mean the basketball player?
How many times we're at SHOT Show or NRA Show or these shows?
He's on the board of NRA.
Yeah.
And we see people or we see each other even, and you're like, hey man, how's it going? Okay, I gotta go by. Like everybody's just rushing in between places. So when you do see people, it's either from afar and you're like, oh shit, that's that one dude. So when you actually get to meet them or sit down at a restaurant or a party or something, have a beer, you're like, all right, you're actually a human being. Cool, awesome.
Yeah.
That's how I thought about Marty when he had me on the show.
Yeah, right.
He's a human being.
I was like, oh my gosh, he's like really kind of cool.
He's not the douchebag that everybody's saying he is.
I thought he was a dick.
Yeah, man, I thought this was gonna suck.
I thought he was a Richard.
I thought this was gonna suck. Raphael told me all these terrible things, and this guy's actually kind of funny.
Raph. So I mean, this might be a talking lead thing. I'm not sure what he means by this, but what's the best blowback or toggle joint?
What?
I don't know. That's why I'm like, maybe this is like an inside, like maybe.
Who asked it?
What is his name here? Danilo, whatever the hell.
Oh, because Anthony's so great at pronouncing names. Let's ask names. That might win the best name.
What's the best blowback or toggle joint? Question mark. I don't know where he's going with this.
Were you asking like Lowe's.com? Like, are you in the wrong?
Low job and strip joint is what it is.
Yeah. Right.
Is that what they're calling it? We're at the Urban Dictionary.
The code words? Are those
Urban
code
Dictionary
words?
toggle joint.
There's this app called Tinder.
Yeah. Tender. Yeah. Shit. Well, I'm thinking blowback pistol, and then he's like toggle joint, and then he threw me way off.
Well, there's a blowback marker in like the paintball worlds, since I used to do that back in the day. Like I know blowback, but I have no idea a fucking toggle joint.
Right? That's what throws you
So
off.
it's
Are
like
we
a
building
charging
bridges?
handle with toggle
Are we-
joint.
Are we building bridges and shit? Wait a minute. This is the toggle joint.
Yeah. Yeah. Please clarify your lingo, sir. I mean, this Urban Dictionary shit kind of it makes me laugh every time I hear some new shit.
Next question.
Is this
Yeah.
the toggle joint?
Yeah.
My toggle joint's not back here. My toggle joint's up here. It
That's
throws
what I
some people
thought.
off.
Toggle joint was like a charging handle.
Yeah.
I don't have no idea.
I toggle that shit all day long.
All right.
Marty, stop.
Yeah.
Marty's
I don't
like,
know, I
well, this is what the first thing I thought when they said that.
Yeah. What we got anything live on the Facebooks? I'm clear.
Let's say Dustin hasn't been paying attention.
I'm clear on the YouTubes. We will leave it at the best toggle joint.
Yeah.
Good.
People are just saying, "What's up?"
Did we get to question 8
Could be a T-shirt.
on a T-shirt?
For
We
the
don't even
mystery.
know.
For the mystery of the toggle joint. You're like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, question
I
8,
don't know.
and we'll probably wrap it up with question 8. So if you have any live questions or anything you want to get in last minute, get them in now. It seems like there's a lot of firearms related podcasts popping up lately. You know, Firearms Nation. I know Michael Seeklander has his stuff that's going out. A lot of good stuff. What are some tips you can give for those looking to start their own firearms based podcast?
Good tips. Just do it. I mean, you don't necessarily need to do a fire. Do something that interests you. You know, do something that that you want to learn more about. That's how I did this. I wanted to get more into learning about my Second Amendment rights, obviously firearms, kit, training, and that's how it all got started. Is my desire to want to learn more and educate myself. So I thought, what better way to do that than to bring 50,000 other people along with me on the journey. So that's kind of how I did it.
Just do it, Jen. Just jump right into it.
Just do it. There's all kinds of different YouTube videos out there, podcasts that tell you how to get started in it, to the equipment that you need, accounts that you'll need to set up with hosting sites and things like that. But really all you need is just a digital recorder and a voice.
There you go. Do you need a voice for radio? Because
you don't got a face for it.
I obviously don't have one. So
you need a voice for radio.
You just need to do something that interests you, and that it'll take care of itself from there. As long as you're enjoying it and having fun, the rest will come.
There you go. Right on. I think so. We're good on the social media feed. Appreciate all the live questions on the YouTube side of things. Marty, where could they go? I know you announced it a couple times, but if people want to follow the Talking Lead, where can they go?
Yeah, so it's just Talking Lead. Google Talking Lead, and we're everywhere. We're everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, wherever. You can get our swag, our T-shirts. You go to 1776united.com, and we're actually having a contest right now to design the subscriber logo. So we're calling it the Leadhead logo. Our subscribers are called Leadheads. So they get to design their own logo. So we're going to pick the top 4 from that, and the winner is going to get a T-shirt and a patch with that logo on it, the classic Talking Lead T-shirt, and a $100 gift card to 1776 United. You go to 1776united.com. Bottom of the page, it says Leadhead Contest. That's going to go until the 15th of this month. We're going to run that, and then we're going to pick the finalist, and then let you guys, the Leadheads, vote on which one is going to best represent the Leadhead Nation.
Not
Awesome.
too shabby.
Yeah.
Takes all the man. That's not a bad idea, because I've been trying to come up with a T-shirt design, because it's been a while since I'm going back and forth with some buddies and some artists, and I just can't pinpoint something that I really like. You know what I mean? And it's hard because the firearm industry,
troops, man. Yeah.
got to call in the cavalry, because it seems like, especially with firearms, it seems like everybody got a target on their thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's got some, an IPSC target or something with some open pistols, and it's kind of hard to try to be original and not get something that somebody already has in a firearm world. So that's where I'm kind of debating on this. I just don't know where to go with it. But Dustin, we're going to start off with some shout outs. You're up, man.
All right. As always, the awesome people are at Springfield Armory and Springfield Armory Custom Shop. Ryan Spencer, Race Guns, for keeping my guns up and running.
Single stack hammerless innovation.
Hey, that's a brand new gun. We didn't even talk about the XDE. So making waves in that market. Single stack, hammerless or hammered, decocker, safety on it. So that guy who's all wanting that thing. I mean, I still rock my XDS, so you can grow up and get that. But Springfield Armory, get them, be awesome, cool stuff like that. Guys over at Tactical Shit, shop.tacticalshit.com. Use TSM10 to get 10% off there. Rise Armaments. I'm going to be doing some big stuff with them. They are now my title sponsor for my 2-gun series. So it is the Rise Armament 2-gun series at the Range St. Louis West. We're going to be giving away a C-Series rifle. Woo! Yes! You shoot a Dustin match. That shit's legit, son. So yeah, Rise. Yeah, that's the new competition line, man. So when I get my cyan and black C-Series rifle from Rise Armaments in, I'll show it off and it'll be all better than Dylan's because he's a poser. And see, we're like even teammates and I still make fun of them. So Rise Armaments, the folks over at Proper, beating out True Spec by like 3% at all times.
Proper, son.
Yeah.
Proper.
I rock those pants, hats, my shirts all day. My work shirts are all day Proper. So hit the guys up at Proper. X Products, making awesome drums, side chargers, cool, fun stuff. I'll be running their 9mm uppers on all my guns and doing good stuff with that. American Manufacturing for making awesome silencers, Vortex Optics, Comtech holsters. You can use Dustin 1, get 10% off there. Ed Technical Eyewear, keeping my eyewear safe. Hardcore Ammunition and BBI bullets, making me guns go pew pew. H&M Black Nitride, because Black Nitride matters. Hit me up for Black Nitride stuff and RCA bullets. And talk about communist guns, Dissonant Arms, for your Vepr and AK needs. So that is all today.
Nikki, what do you have? Shout outs. I'm waiting for something to come over and sit next to Marty right now. That's why I'm like, hold on, Nick. What? Should we go to Marty next? Or should we go to Nick?
No, you're good.
Marty, was your dog coming over to you earlier?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Shout outs on my end. I got Criterion Barrels, American Defense Manufacturing, Eagle Imports, True Spec, Pure Gold Shotgun Chokes, the official chokes of 3-Gun Nation, Stage Zero Shooting Supplies. Hit up Donnie Flo. He'll be able to hook you up with one of those sweet SPSs from Eagle Imports. Red Hill Tactical for your awesome retention holsters. Safari Land, the outdoor shop, and now possibly GPO, German Precision Optics, and ZT Knives. I also like to shout out companies that I'm not sponsored by but think are really awesome. So I like to shout out the NRA always. Tough Products, Techwear USA, and Dangerous But Good.
Dangerous But Good.
What's
Dangerous
that?
But Good. It is a Christian-based organization that promotes the Second Amendment through different Bible scriptures and stuff like that, saying that you can be dangerous but good, still be a good person, even though you carry a gun. Doesn't make you a
dangerous.
We're just sending you to meet your maker a little bit faster than normal.
But you can be dangerous but good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dangerous but good.
Marty, man, you're up. Shout outs.
Frontier Tactical, Modern Spartan Systems, X-Steel Targets, High Threat Concealment, Glock, Eagle Imports, obviously, the boys. Lots and lots of people. I want to give Sheepdog Impact Assistance a plug. They are very active in helping our military, law enforcement, fire, EMT, retired sheepdogs stay active. They organize disaster recovery missions all over the United States by using their talents and getting them off the couch and keeping them active, because that's the leading cause of suicide in our military law enforcement men and women. Mission 22 also is another organization that helps with PTSD. So check out Mission 22 and Sheepdog Impact Assistance. Great organizations.
Awesome. Yeah, go check them out. Give those guys some support.
Talking Lead, baby. Subscribe on Facebook. Like us.
There you go. We'll have links down for the lazy folks that just want a direct link down in the description of the YouTube description of the show for Talking Lead and who and what they're affiliated with down in the description box. All right. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Right below the video, if you're watching on the YouTube side of things, there's a subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, please do so. You won't want to miss next Wednesday's episode of the Shooter's Mindset. Hopefully we have an. Oh, well, Jen should be back. Nikki's out.
I'm out.
So we should.
Key West, baby.
If
I've made it to Daytona by the time the show starts, I will try to get on in my hotel room. But
talk about shit Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah. Maybe I may be in the live questions, sending live questions via the Facebooks or the YouTubes, but I might not. Yeah. You might not actually get to see this gorgeous mug up in the show. So
there you go. Yeah, definitely subscribe to the channel. The folks over at Tactical Ship for all their support over the years. Appreciate them. If you want to email me, theshootersmindset@gmail.com is a good way to do that. Guest suggestions. You want to give me shit about a topic, I don't know, whatever, you can email me there. Definitely thanks to Marty for coming on, man. Spending like 2.5 hours, it seems. It kind of flew by, but yeah.
Enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on. This is awesome.
Yeah, we're definitely going to listen up more to the Talking Lead. Folks, go check them out.
We're going to bring on the 4 Ralphs or 4 Richards and a Ralph.
We don't need 4 Ralphs.
Yeah. I'm wondering
we don't need
if
4 Ralphs. Just kidding. We just need 4 Richards.
We got a Glock rep coming to our gun shop because it's Glock days this month.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I think it might be the Ralph. I don't know. This is interesting.
Ralph or Richard? You don't know which one?
Brandy? No, it won't be Brandy.
It won't be Brandy? Damn it.
No.
I could have been like, hey, Ralph, what's going on? It would have been a great topic story, but
you say that to the other girl, what the hell are you talking about?
Wait, what the hell are you doing, buddy? And no Glocks for you, sir.
Yeah, you get nothing.
No raffle tickets for you. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're gonna call somebody a Richard, and they're gonna be like,
you
what?
Sick bastard. Yeah. The folks over at Nate Square Tactical for what is it? Inside the waistband concealment holsters, man. One of the most comfortable holsters. I mean, I used them way before, like early YouTube videos when I had shit lining in an iPhone 3. I was doing video reviews on Nate Square Tactical holsters, and I still use them today. So check out natesquaretactical.com. Also, Taran Tactical Innovations, the folks at DK Custom Triggers. If you have a Glock and you're tired of that kind of heavy trigger pull that you get out the box, well, not too bad, but everybody wants to modify their stuff. DK Custom Triggers are going to do that. Folks over at Rise Armament, and that'll wrap it up for episode 182 of the Shooter's Mindset. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We'll catch you on the next one. Mouse click.
Customize your